Hello, everyone. Welcome to this presentation on the client project, or my client project, Closure and Reflection. My name is Oluwakemi Bankole, and in this presentation, I'll be introducing the client project, and I will be talking about the testing plan, the recommended solutions, the amendments to this project, data visualization, communication of insights, the project conclusions, the recommendations and next steps for the client, and I'll be concluding with the client feedback, the key lessons learned, and personal reflection. About 6 months ago, the client and the owner manager for Newly Limited reached out to us at OBU Consulting to help them to help advise them on the most appropriate location for them to set up their business after relocation. Upon further conversations with them, we realized that the business of Nuri Limited has been fully operational previously in Nigeria before now. The current situation with Nuri Limited is that the owner manager of Nuri Limited has now been issued the right to permanent residency in Canada and wants to terminate the business operations in Nigeria to recommence the business operations in Canada. And therefore, she now wants us as a consulting firm to help her and guide her decisions towards that endeavor. The desired project outcomes for this project include identification of the city with the highest potential for business profitability, an outline of good strategies for business kickoff and sustainability, and the recommendation of actions to boost performance. We started working on this project by first looking into the major cities in Canada. This helped us to see the potential cities that Nuri Limited could relocate its business to, relocate to and restart its business. We narrowed down in this client project research by looking into the geographic location of the target population. From our work 2, that is literature review, we stated that the target population, that is the target audience for Newly Limited business, are Nigerians in Canada, spouses, non-Nigerian spouses of this Canada, of Nigerians in Canada, the friends of Nigeria in Canada, and everyone that has a flair for Nigerian cuisine. We looked into this geographic location of the Nigerian population by province, and this as we can observe from this chart, Ontario is the city that has the largest number of Nigerians in it, followed by Alberta. This trend analysis helped us to further streamline the potential Canadian cities for Newly Limited into 5. We proceeded to look at the trend in the permanent residency permits issued to Nigerians since 2018. It was observed that this trend has been on the increase since 2018, and from the national news and from the CIC portal, this number will continue to be on the increase for the coming years because Canada has a goal of filling the gap in its population through immigration, because as of today, the replacement level is currently below the optimal level, the optimal point. From this trend analysis, we were also made to understand that 62.3% of new entrants into Canada, Nigerian entrants into Canada moved to Ontario, while and right after them are the 20.2% that moved to Alberta. This trend analysis helped us to recommend these solutions to the owner manager of Marine Limited. They include relocate to Calgary, Alberta, relocate to Ottawa, Ontario, relocate to Toronto, Ontario, if you must leave Nigeria. Otherwise, remain in Nigeria and enjoy your business continuity. The testing plan used to evaluate these recommended solutions started from sourcing for data, for secondary data from Statistics Canada, World Bank, and other government agencies. We transformed this data and conducted data analysis. We also interpreted the result of this data analysis and compared the results with initial hypotheses before relating the results of our analysis to, before relaying the results of our analysis to the clients and obtaining feedback from them. The solution and evaluation, the solution evaluation and output method also involves analyzing data, measuring the findings in line with project objectives, benchmarking findings in line with hypotheses, revalidating recommended solutions, and finally selecting a city. The thematic analysis of three of our comparative case study with the major amendments that was made in this client project. Now to data visualization and insights. From this chart, from this trend analysis, it can be observed that Toronto is the city with the highest number of inhabitants. It has the highest population size of people living in Canada. Looking into the household income of people living in Canada, we can observe that there has been a steady increase in household disposable income from 2018 to 2022. This confirms that the economy is blossoming, and the people living in Canada have the financial capacity to spend on different areas of interest, which is good news for Newry Limited, that its target population in Canada have the financial capacity to spend on its many offerings. We also looked into the total per capita disposable income, and the result is similar. The disposable income in Canada has been on the rise since 1990, and it will continue to be on the rise, which is a further confirmation of the blossoming level of the Canadian economy, and how businesses like Newry Limited will continually be patronized by their target audience. We looked into the GDP growth pattern since 2010, 2013, and you can see that although yes, the GDP has had downs at different times since post-global pandemic, the GDP has been on a steady rise and will continue to increase. This again confirms the robust economy in Canada, which supports business profitability as target audience. I mean, the audience of the potential customers of these businesses have the financial capacity to patronize them. Looking at the thematic analysis conducted for three Nigerian immigrant businesses that are successful in their different countries of operation, We observe a common trait necessary for business success of immigrant businesses, specifically Nigerian immigrant businesses. First, strategic location in a place where market demand is concentrated. And in this case, Nigerians living in Canada. Secondly, the use of social media for marketing and brand awareness. Reliance on having an alternative source of income, or having the means of reducing cost and preserving your source of income. The fourth trait for business success is discovering your unique selling point and selling it to potential customers. And finally, prioritizing exceptional customer service to keep your customers, the customers that you're able to win over. We compared the result of our analysis with the initial hypothesis for location impact and location profitability. And this informed our ability to accept HO and reject HO, to accept H1 and reject HO for both hypotheses, because the analysis conducted confirms that the choice of location significantly impacts Nuri Limited business success, be it Toronto, Ottawa, or Alberta, as they are the three cities in Canada that would save the business owner. They'll save the business owner on some costs like location costs, because she has guaranteed accommodation provision for the next as long as she wants, and saving cost in this aspect will help boost the income she'll be getting from her business. The hypothesis for location profitability. The thematic analysis shows that indeed there's a relationship between population size and business success. Where the population is low, the chances for business success are slimmer. But when the population size is large, especially the target population size, the chances for business success are higher. We went further to look into the business growth strategies that we initially said we're going to share with Nuri Limited. And using Grainer's growth model of company maturity, we have recommended that Nuri Limited should endeavor to remain creative, delegate responsibilities, build a team, implement digital and social marketing strategies, continue market research and product innovation to remain sustainable. We recommended that Nuri Limited relocates to Calgary, set up its business there, and continue monitoring and evaluation. Again, our choice of Calgary is not far-fetched. Calgary is one of the largest cities in Canada. Calgary has a robust economy. Calgary is becoming a popular destination for people from the rest of Canada, and is witnessing an outsized population growth, as a matter of fact. And in Calgary, she has free accommodation. Calgary has a relatively low cost of living compared to Toronto and Ottawa, and Calgary has lower competition compared to Toronto. This is the client feedback we got, and it's showing how our clients appreciate our efforts and will be acting on them. The key lessons in the course of this project have helped me to improve my research skills, become a more effective communicator, be a better planner, and manage my time wisely, as I fell into the danger of scope creep at different times in the course of this project because of the late understanding that I had of my client project. I experienced despair and frustration, but I'm out of it, and today I'm confident of a better outcome in future. I'll learn the lessons learned, and I will interact better, I'll relate better with project stakeholders from this moment onwards. Thank you for your attention.